welcome back to Becoming Her. Yes, this is our second episode, y'all. And I have an amazing episode for y'all. We're going to be talking about the weird in between phase of becoming her when you have outgrown mostly everything around you and you're just uncomfortable because nothing really fits no more. Nothing is right no more. Everything is different. You've outgrown everything around you. So you're in this cocoon phase. You know you're about to be that girl. You know you're gonna look cute. You know you're gonna be fly. You're gonna be that cute butterfly. But right now you're in that cocoon phase and you feel it. You feel that construct. You feel that uncomfortability. And you're trying to work through that. So, if you are somebody who is feeling restless, who's feeling a little uncomfortable, who's feeling disconnected from the things around you, this episode today is for you. All right, let's go into it, boo. Let's start talking. So, basically, I wanted to have this conversation because nobody really talks about how uncomfortable growing can be, how uncomfortable your old life can be when you're still in it. Because you got to remember when you're trying to move, when you're trying to transition, when you're almost going to a different place, before you go to the different place, you're still in the same place, right? And nobody talks about how uncomfortable that place that used to bring you so much comfort feels, and how even though you're uncomfortable, you still want to hold on to it because this is what you know, this is what you're used to, but it's not for you anymore. So that's where it gets really hard because you want to be able to still be around your friends and be around your family and everything, but those people don't fit you no more. You don't fit the old habits. You don't fit your family. You don't fit your environments. You don't fit the old version of you. You don't fit you no more. And that's really hard to sit with because you want to. You don't want to go yet. You want to be with what you know, but you also wanted what you now have prayed for. This becoming stage is not something that came out of nowhere. You asked for it. So you want both. I wouldn't even say you want to stay in the old you. You're comfortable with the old you and you're scared of the new because the new is something that you don't know about. You don't know nothing about it. So it's tough. I've been dealing with feeling very uncomfortable in almost every parts of the old me, like around my family, around my friends. It's like you're talking with your friends and you kind of feel like this disconnect because it's like this quietness, this silence, this, oh, the stuff that we used to be able to touch on or connect with, we don't have those anymore because I'm moving here and you're moving there. With family, it's like I can't even tell you my dreams. I can't even tell you what I got going on. I can't even tell you because you can't understand it. I'll be at work and they're talking about things or they're moving in a way, and I'm just like, this is not for me. This I have outgrown this. This gossip, this conversation, this low vibration. It's not like I'm better. I don't think I'm better. I just don't feel right in this. I just don't want to do this. It's a weird space to be in, and it can have you feeling lonely. Oh my gosh, I feel lonely a lot. I've found myself becoming so quiet lately in a lot of my spaces because I'm now thinking about other things. I'm not connecting with the people I used to connect with, so I can't have conversations on those things with them. I feel like out of order. I feel like I don't know where to place myself in this situation anymore. So, yes, I'm quiet, but I'm quiet because this is not for me anymore. Like, this is, I've outgrown this. Like these conversations, I can no longer connect with them. So I am lonely. I get really lonely a lot. At work, I'm lonely. With my friends, I feel lonely. I've had to start looking for new friends. I've started to get into new jobs. I've started talking to different people because I've started understanding the circles that I have, they no longer fit my comfortability no more. Like this just can't work. So, yeah, you're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel like everything's falling apart, but everything's going to feel like it's falling apart or feeling weird before it gets better. So let's talk about my real life, which is something I slightly touched on, but y'all don't really get to see fully for me. So in my real life, it has been really tough lately. I went through a one situation at work, like I was explaining before, where everybody started gossiping and stuff. And I'm just like, hey, like this is not for me. Like I can't even put myself in the mindset of wanting to talk that negative about somebody. Like this one girl was just like, oh, this girl did nothing to her. And she was just like, oh, I think she looks ugly. And I just looked at her and I just couldn't understand how somebody who has done nothing to you, has never even spoke to you, and you have such negative things to say about this girl. And that's a part of the uncomfortability. Like I felt like I don't want to be around that. This is weird. Like this makes me uncomfortable. I don't even want to talk in this room because the same way that that girl gave you nothing and you were able to break her down from afar, I don't want to give you anything. You don't deserve anything from me, you know? So, one second, y'all. I think I see something like a glimmer. Where were we, y'all? I'm so sorry. So I felt like the old rooms that I was used to being in was just too uncomfortable for me. I no longer wanted to talk. I no longer wanted to be around those girls. So right now, while I'm transitioning careers, your girl is transitioning careers and I'm outgrowing old environments, old people. It's not like I'm unhappy because I have so many things to be happy about, so many great opportunities that are coming my way, so many beautiful things that I'm now trying to do, like this podcast that I never thought in a million years I would be able to sum up the courage to do, I just feel a little bit numb in spaces where I used to feel things in. And that can be scary. That can make you feel like, you know what, never mind. Never mind. I don't want to do this or that anymore. I just want to stay here. But I feel like God really took my hand. There's this quote I saw the other day on Instagram. It's like it said, in 2025, I feel like God took my hand and ran and we haven't even stopped to catch water. Baby, if that ain't a word, I don't know what is, because that explains exactly what I've been going through lately. Like, God has been running with me so much lately that I'm like, God, please. Like, I just need to be able to understand everything that's going on, and I don't. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, it's so weird because this is exactly why I felt like it was a cocoon phase. You know how with the butterfly, it goes to metamorphosis, right? There's a while where it's a baby and nothing happens, then it goes into this cocoon, and it's in the cocoon for a long time, right? That's how I felt for the first 25 years of my life. Nothing was moving. I would always have all these dreams and things that I wanted to do, and nothing would happen. I would work so hard towards things and it just wouldn't work out. Like it just wouldn't happen, and I would just get so mad because I was like, I'm just not going to try anymore. Like, this is embarrassing. I'm trying so hard. I'm giving it my all and nothing is happening. And then all of a sudden, the cocoon breaks, right? And it's like suddenly everything changed. It's bright outside. I got wings now. Like, I'm flying. Like, some of my friends are still in the cocoon, so I don't even got the same people I was hanging out with no more. Like, that's how it feels. It's like all of a sudden nothing was moving, and all of a sudden everything is moving. That's how it feels. Exactly how it feels. Like, dang, like everything is changing right now. I feel like I'm slowly coming out of this cocoon. My head is out and I'm like, dang, everything done changed. It's not even the same season no more. My friends, I don't see them. Some of them flew off already. Some of them still in the dang on cocoon. It's a very lonely feeling, y'all. Like, it's lonely. And I talk to myself and I try to keep on telling myself, just don't self-sabotage. You're almost there. Don't self-sabotage. But it's so weird to me when things that used to just be a thought come speeding at you now. And things that you used to dream about when you were younger, for 25 years, you couldn't get it. And now all you got to think about it. All you got to do is think about it. And it's like, not here I am. And it's like, dang, already? That fast? That quick? I used to dream about making new friends, right? all of a sudden, got a million friends, a million new people. And I used to be like, oh, I can't make friends because I don't even know where I would meet friends. Baby, I don't need to. I'm not worried about that no more. They just here. I used to be like, oh, when I grow up, or when I want to be with like an athlete, or hopefully these people find me attractive. Now I don't even be thinking about that. And they be like, no, you look good. I said, what? How you even found? You see me? Me? So it's been very uncomfortable. And if I'm honest, most of my opportunities that I get, I purposely self-sabotage them because I feel like I'm not ready for it. It's like it was easier when it was a fantasy, but now that it's reality, I have to deal with everything that comes with that reality, and that's scary. So right now, I'm trying to teach myself to not run away from the things that I actually really wanted. And that's harder said. That's harder to do than to say. I could say, oh, I'm not going to run away from the things that I want. I could say that to you right now. But you don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow when I walk out this room, when I turn off this lens. It's easier said than done. That's what I was trying to, you see, you knew what I was trying to say. I couldn't get it out, but you knew. Yeah, I need to stop. Yes. So it's been hard. It's been different. But you can be grateful and scared at the same time. That is very important, y'all. I'm reading off my notes, y'all. I prepare for you guys every single episode. This is not stuff off the whim. No, I write my stuff down. And that's what you see me looking down. Okay, so you can be scared and grateful at the same time. And I'm trying to teach myself that, because there was a lot of times where I felt like, am I being disrespectful to God because I'm not grateful enough for what I have, that I'm scared and I'm not excited? Because everybody keeps on asking me, are you excited? Are you excited? Are you excited? And I'm like, I'm holding my breath. I'm holding my breath. Every time I post videos on YouTube, on this app, I'm going to be very transparent, very vulnerable. I hold my breath because it is not easy to prepare as much as I do, set up as much as I do, be as vulnerable as I am on this podcast. This is what I'm trying to do, be as authentic. This is what the podcast is about. Put it out there and face the possibility of crickets. Not only crickets, other people seeing that there's crickets. That in and of itself could make somebody be like, you know what? Just kidding. But I'm pushing through, and I'm still trying, and I'm still we gonna be here, y'all. We gonna be here. Consistency has now became a part of my identity. So y'all are gonna see me in this cocoon phase. I have learned to show up when it's uncomfortable, and I'm gonna do that with this podcast. So y'all are gonna see me whether y'all are here or not. All right. You can be excited and uncomfortable. And you can be elevating and grieving your old self. Oh, that one's really hard, y'all. I love that I wrote that, but that one is really hard. When you're elevating but still grieving your old self, it's hard. Like for me, a part of the old self that I'm grieving is my invisible phase. I used to be so annoyed about being invisible, right? But now that I'm not invisible, I get nervous almost every time I go to an event because I know people are going to see me. I walk in and I know, oh, yeah, they're talking and they're looking right at you, girl. So I grieve that. I grieve how easy it was. This is going to be bad. This is going to sound so bad. I grieve sometimes. And like I said, you can be grateful and what did I write? Grateful and scared at the same time. I'm still thankful for everything that God has given me. I miss how easy being poor was. I'm not rich. I'm not even completely middle class yet. But since buying this house, it's really hard for me. I'm still single, by the way. If y'all know. Let me stop. Since buying this house, I have so much more responsibilities. I have so much bigger bills. So there's less excess money for me to go do things with, like I just know, I can't do much. I'm stuck a little bit. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that the word stuck, because then it puts me in a place of restraint, a mindset. And that's not what we're trying to do here. So, but basically what I'm trying to say is, when I had money, but not enough money to buy a house, not enough money to rent, and I was living in that mobile home, and the rent was only like, what? I think it was like $800 a month. And then I had the rest of this money where I would just use it to escape and go to a hotel or something to run away from my problems. I don't have that no more. There is no escape. There's also not those kind of problems anymore, which is a blessing. But it's grieving your old self. It's remembering you as what do they call that, larva? A worm. And now you used to think about, ooh, I used to be sliding with my friends, and now you like, dang, done started becoming this butterfly, and everything that's switched up, But there are stages to growth. There's stage 1, which is stagnation. This feels slow, dry, repetitive, Then there's stage 2, which is discomfort. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit between stage 2 and stage 3. Stage 3 is rapid shift. So stage 2 is like when suddenly your life feels tight. That's the cocoon, tight. And then stage 3 is like that rapid shift where everything happens all at once. And then stage 4 is becoming. Becoming Her is the podcast. Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be very many different stages in this podcast that we're going to be walking through together, because we're becoming better versions of ourselves. And I'm happy that you have me and I have you to do this with. All right. But the thing that you need to remember is, you are not outgrowing just like your life. It's not like you're outgrowing your life. You're outgrowing the old life, but you're not outgrowing your life. You're outgrowing the limits you used to accept, the limits that you used to put on yourself, the limitations. Those are the things that you are outgrowing. So the version of you that tolerated certain things, she is gone. She's gone. She's not here no more. You know better. You know who you are. You have self-respect. You have self-confidence. You're not dealing with that no more. The version of you that stayed quiet in small rooms, she gone. I can tell you, for me, that's gone. Baby, I can't help but to open my mouth if something's wrong. When that girl was talking about that girl saying that she was ugly, I said, that's weird, because I could never think of another woman like that. I don't have it in me. So that version no, she not on mute. And what you gonna do? And that version of you that lowered herself to make other people comfortable, she's gone. I had to learn that this year. I'm not going to say a long time ago. I learned that this year. Making other people comfortable with you being lower does not help you. And it doesn't help them either. It's doing nothing. Literally nothing for either sides. So if you want to help any side, I would hope it would be you. Elevate you. And don't care about their comfortability, because if they're uncomfortable by you raising up, everything's going to make them uncomfortable, because it's a bigger problem in them, not in you. It's not you. They have a problem in them that are making them feel like that. And if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else or something else. They're looking for something. They're going to find it. So the growth feels uncomfortable. Yes. Because your new self is too big for your old life. Your new self is too big for your old life. So you got to move. You got to get into bigger rooms. You got to get into bigger lifestyles. You got to get into bigger situations for yourself, because you have outgrown it. You're too big for it. Not in a big-headed, egoistic way, no. But just in a way that shows that you deserve better, that you are meant for better. If you are listening to this and thinking, wow, like that's me, I didn't know anybody else was feeling like this or whatever, I want you to know that you are not behind. You are just transitioning. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Your discomfort is not a sign something is wrong. It's a sign something new is beginning. And Even if everything feels like it's falling apart, it's actually falling into place. You're not meant to stay the same, as good or as comfortable as you're used to it being. You're not meant to stay the same. You're meant to evolve, to shed, to grow, to become the next version of you. So we're going to close out with some affirmations that I wrote for y'all. First one, I will allow myself to evolve. I will allow myself to evolve. Discomfort is not danger, it's transformation. Discomfort is not danger, it's transformation. I am safe while I grow. I am safe while I grow. I am becoming a version of myself I've never met. I am becoming a version of myself I've never met. The transition is necessary for the next chapter. The transition is necessary for the next chapter. And with that being said, that is our episode, y'all. Thank you for listening to the second episode of Becoming Her. Remember, Becoming Her isn't about the glow up. It's about the messy, uncomfortable in-between part that nobody sees, everybody goes through. At least the big mamas, at least the big dog, they have gone through it. If you don't go through this in between, you're not going to be able to get up there. In order to grow, you're going to go through it in between. But you're not alone. You're transforming, you're growing out of your old skin, and your new life is already unfolding, baby. So if this episode spoke to you, share it with someone who might need it too. And I'll see you next time on Becoming Her. Yes.